Today's day number 5454 of the $1,000 account challenge, and we are up $459 in the account, or 6.18% of the total portfolio balance. Now, if you don't know, my name is Gates. I'm taking $1,000 and I'm day trading options to see how far we can grow this account. Today, I actually took 4 trades, 2 on Microsoft, 1 on Tesla, and 1 on Google. One of those trades being a losing trade, but we're still net green on the day. So let's break it down. Straight off the day trade watch list, we had Microsoft. MSFT is a short idea below $414. Looking at this on the 1-minute time frame, the stock was a gap up today. I thought it was going to run and continue to run, but it actually gave us the opposite, which was a gap up that went from green to red. That's noted by the break of this green line right here, breaking below the previous day's closing price. So I knew at that point that there was a chance that this would continue down from here, given that it was unable to sustain the gap up. So Microsoft forms a bear pennant pattern formation right at the $414 trigger level, and I was thinking, you know what, this is as good of an entry as any. If this is going to break down from here, it's really going to move, and I didn't want to miss the opportunity to take profits on a big breakdown. So we go short right here during this consolidation under the assumption that it would break below $414. Our risk off point was up to that previous day's closing price, and we get the move down into the low of day. This was a very fast flash candle, and I did not sell at the bottom. I sold about halfway through this candle for a 10% gain. Then I decided that I was going to go back in on this position. So as it rallied back up, I took the re-entry short over here and closed it out for another 10% gain. What I'm doing by taking these profits at 10%, because I was trading live today, I've noticed that there have been a lot of issues with traders holding their positions and looking for more than 10%, 15%, 20%. So I really wanted to highlight today that taking profits at 10% profit is still okay and is still something that will grow your account over time. Those base hit trades, they do add up. Microsoft does break all the way down to 412, sub 412, so it's over a $2 drop from the trigger level. But unfortunately, we're not holding through for that move down. We could have easily gotten 20% on this trade just from one of these entries. So Microsoft starting the day off with 2 winning trades back to back. Next up, we have Tesla off the day trade watch list. Short idea below 172, which is right here. But we adjusted that level to a short under 173 given the intraday price action. Tesla holding the pre-market low as a point of support here and here. And even here, we figured we would go short under 173. So why not go short on the first break of 173? Well, it was still above the low of day at that point and still holding the low of day as a point of support. There's just not enough of a sell here to convince me that Tesla was ready to break down on the first break of 173. However, over here, we do get a full breakdown below the low of day, and you see the volume there, big volume to confirm that sell for us. So when Tesla rallies up to 173, we go short off of the rally and close the profit out at 10%. Why at 10%? Well, again, I'm just trying to highlight that taking profits at 10% is not a bad thing to do. Those base hit trades will grow your account. Next one and final one that I took a trade on today was Google. This was a long idea above $139, straight off of the day trade watch list. Now, Google's an interesting one because it breaks 139 almost immediately, right at the open. And so it's very difficult to get in on this trade unless you're market buying into this strength, which is not something that I like to do. This is also not a trade that I normally would take, but I noticed intraday it was holding $140 as a point of support and showing relative strength against the overall market. So while SPY was selling and coming down, Google was pressing up and actually holding support. So my thought process was that by going long on Google on the dips down to 140, we might get a reversal move up on SPY, just a quick one to run this up to the high of day or through the high of day. And unfortunately, that did not happen. So I take the entry long here, add to the position long here, we get the break of 140 right here, and I just wound up closing it out. I could have potentially held because the previous day's high of day was just at where the stock dipped to, so I could have held through this, maybe added to it again, but the trade was already not working for me over here, so what I should have done was just not add or plan to re-add and then just re-enter instead. So I didn't do that though. We watched this consolidate, rallied back up through the high of day or to the high of day, and then eventually through it. So Google for me was a loss, and it was about a 10% loss. So 3 trades, winning trades at 10% gain, and then 1 losing trade at a 10% loss. Puts us green on the day, up $459 in the account, or 6.18% of the total portfolio balance. That's it. That's all that I have for you today. I hope that this video has helped you out, and if it has, please press that like button for me and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. It's just the best way to support me and this type of work that I do. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow when we continue the $1,000 account challenge. Cheers.